All right, welcome back to Missing Persons TV. I'm Brian Ladd with my co-host Deborah. Today is Monday, June 22nd, 2009. It's about 10:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, as usual, I have Deborah on with me, and I have Kevin. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Deb?
I'm doing great. How are you doing tonight?
Wonderful. Let me briefly discuss the cases that we're going to cover tonight. We're going to be covering case number 687, which is Corey Smith, Bleakley, and Marcus Cooper. They were the missing NFL players, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Missing football players.
We're gonna cover them. I mean, I know that people think that they are deceased, but they're still missing, so we're going to cover it as a missing person case. Then case number 688. Marlene Torales, case number 689, Jack Berry, and then we're going to be doing two new cases that I did last night, which is Sadie Grecco and Jada Justice. And then we'll be doing an update. Actually, we can start with that, Deborah. Case number 764, which is Tracy Ocasio. Gail St. John is going down to Florida again, I believe, on Wednesday to work on this case. I'm going to be doing some more dream drillings on this. And so Kevin will be working it, and anybody else that we know that wants to help will be working the case. And Gail will be keeping us updated on her trip to Florida again. I think she's been to Florida like 6 times now. So that's what's going to happen. Trying to think. So anyways, everybody had a good weekend. We're doing our shows Sunday through Thursday now. And we're going to get right to it tonight, and this is case number 764. This is an update. Now, this case is open. We've already done a show on it. Case number 764 for Tracy Ocasio. Her picture's up right now. Deborah, can you give us a quick rundown on Tracy's case?
For those that are not familiar, Tracy has been missing since May 27th. She's missing from the Orlando, Florida area. She was last seen leaving the Tap Room Bar in Orlando, and that was at about 1:30 in the morning. The next morning, they did find her vehicle. Tracy is 5 feet 6 inches tall. She weighs 124 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes. Seen wearing black tank jeans, a green and white hat, and a black hooded jacket. They did end up, when they located her car, and they were able to determine that she was still near to the guy that she was giving a ride home to. Real piece of work, this guy. His name is James Hadaway. It looks like, well, he is connected. As far as exactly what he may or may not have done to or with Tracy or with other people, don't know exactly. But he's obviously connected. Something has happened. It's just not normal to be connected with, 2 missing cases. After Tracy's case broke, found out that a friend of James Hadaway went missing in February, I believe it was, and he was like the last person to see him. And then some other young women came forward and said that they were physically assaulted by James Hadaway, quite violently actually, and that, from people coming forward, it seems like he has a habit of asking women in bars to give him rides home. So it's not looking too good. So they ended up arresting him on violations. And, they've been trying really hard to find Tracy. There's been a lot of searching, a lot of looking around, and Gail is going down either Wednesday or Thursday. She'll be down there. I'm not sure which day.
Okay.
To help in the search for Tracy.
Okay. Let me cover real quick what I had. The dream drawings from June 5th. First one says, police can see the apartment from stakeout. The number 290 pool, CA, I'm not sure if that means California or not. Parkway, 4 equals 3. I don't think they had a clue about that one. And then a number 407-370, 4510 in the word video. I'm not sure if that was a phone number or not. Next dream drawing is of a apartment building. It's a red brick apartment building, 2 stories. It says B unit, and there's a staircase in the back that actually might be a fire escape. Anyways, this case 764. If anybody wants to know what I'm talking about. The third one says wearing Christian ring. Building A, apartment number Victor India, which I believe would be 6. He loves her internet photos. Had a dress on them. 22-year-old male, cross-dresser, College Park. I believe that maybe this 22-year-old male was looking through the internet photos, and somehow those photos had an address on them, and he possibly maybe stalked her and then took her. College Park might have something to do with it. Um, Kevin's notes were basically he believed that she was abducted. Then a local hamburger restaurant. I think we had brought up in an earlier show that it could have been McDonald's or Burger King or something like that because of a phone number. He also brought up raging rapids and stream of water. Hitchhiking pickup truck heading west, I-95. Back roads, white male, 52 years old, Charlie. Do you know I-95 runs north to south? Heading west, I'm not sure what road that would be, but maybe I-95 is connected. And his notes say that Tracy may be alive and possibly was abducted. We discussed that in the we discussed all that on our 91st show, I believe, which is on the 7th. We looked up. Jim sent us some information. That number turned out to be a Burger King in Orlando, Florida, which does seem to fit the case. We did another show, 92, on this. We did talk about how this case is related to Jennifer Kessie. I do believe it is related to that case. 6/11/2009. We connected this case to another one, and there's a drawing of this man. Looks like a female, and then there's the number 6 there again. It says shoplifter 19. I think we worked out 19 could be correct. Because that was 3 years ago, so it would make him 22. And then I have a picture here of the guy that you're talking about from the Orlando Sentinel. And that's all we have. Kevin, you didn't work this case again, did you?
No, I didn't, Brian.
Okay. If you can, try. We're going to need all the help we can. I'm going to be redoing this tonight. Gail is definitely heading back out there, and she's going to keep us updated this time. When she went to Arizona, there was absolutely no internet connection and really hard to reach her on her cell phone. This time we do know that the cell phone connection, internet connection will be fine. So she'll probably be doing some shows on her own too at psychicgal.com. We got anything else in the case, Deborah?
No, I don't have anything else.
Okay. Make sure that if you want case updates, make sure that you signed up with my Twitter, which is brianstreams.com. I'm sorry, it's twitter.com/brianstreams, all one word there, no spaces. And then Gail's Twitter, I believe, is twitter.com/psychicgail. Is that right, Deborah? I think that's what it was.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Okay, so if we have nothing else for this case, we wish Gail the best of luck in going down there again. It's amazing how she does that. I mean, how she just picks up, and she lives in Ohio, so I mean, she picks up, goes back down and searches. So we're going to do everything we can to help her bring Tracy home, and hopefully she's alive. So that said, let's move on to the cases that were done last night. Let me clear off this picture here. All right, this is case number 771, Sadie Grecco. The case was actually opened today. Dream drawings were done last night. Deborah, what do we have for Sadie?
Okay, actually, I was prepared to talk about Jada's case first, but that's okay.
Okay, that's okay. That's if we can go to that, or if you want to bring this one up. I'm just going in numerical order. 771, 772.
Okay. I have Sadie's information pulled up.
Okay.
Sadie Sky Grecco has been missing since June 5th of this year. She is missing from Dunbar, West Virginia. Her date of birth is November 1st, 2004. She's 4 years old. They list this as a non-family abduction. White female, 3 feet tall, 30 pounds, blonde hair and blue eyes. There's not a lot of information out there on Sadie, and it's just in the last few days that her poster has been listed with National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. There's only one photo available of her, and it's not a very good one. So, you know, her case needs, you know, some attention. People really need to know she's missing. Lost, you know, more than 2 weeks before she was even listed. You know, a critical couple weeks that people could have been more aware and searching for her. So what do you have on this case, Brian?
Thanks, Deborah. I agree. I mean, the first few minutes are really, really important. Let alone the first couple of days. So at least this information is out. I have some good news and some bad news. I think that she's alive. But here's what it says. It says the first dream drawing says slapping. Mother keeps slapping Sadie's face, and that it says Friday 6:29. I did look at the calendar, and it is possible that she may be located by 6:29. Now she's not with the mother, correct?
All that I have seen is that it's listed as non-family abduction.
Okay. Um, So I think it's possible that she's probably has been abused or being abused by her mother, and what some of that abuse is actually slapping in the face, and it's written several times. And then the second dream drawing says they are in Charleston. Store has cameras, and she hit her again. Maybe possible. Okay, I do know that Charleston is in West Virginia. There are some other Charlestons, but more than likely this is the one we're talking about. And the store has a camera, so more than likely maybe they're going to see her on the video, and maybe even be hit. I hope not, but I do think that the child is definitely being abused, beyond just the slap on the butt. Kevin, I have your notes. You want to read those?
Okay, for Sadie Sky Grecco,
Yeah.
I have alive, doing well, name and possible ID change, snow-covered area, much happier because weight lifted off my shoulders now, Fox, they know where Sadie is, and my notes after the meditation, Sadie could be alive and okay, may have changed self-identification, I don't know who that involves. Sadie could feel much better now for some reason now. Fox could mean anything. I feel an organization of some kind may also know where Sadie is located, and that's it.
All right. When you said weight lifted off your shoulders, do you know what you might have been referring to? Like her just being found? Is that what you think it might be, or something else?
Something involving Sadie being missing has to do with the weight being lifted off someone's shoulders.
Okay, but maybe okay.
I don't know. I mean, that's what I feel.
Okay. All right, thanks, Kevin. Let's
Yep.
move on to our next case. This is case number 772. This case was also done last night. This is for Jada Justice. Open today, June 22nd, 2009. Dream drawings were done last night. Deborah, what information do we have for Jada?
Jada J. Justice has been missing since the 16th of this month. She's missing from Gary, Indiana. 16th is last Wednesday. So we're at 5 days now. I think she might have been missing Tuesday night. I'd have to check that. Anyway, her date of birth is August 3rd, 2006. She has a birthday coming up soon. She's 2 years old. She's a black female, 2 feet 2 inches tall, 35 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. And when I was reading about Jada's case, the first thing that came to me was the Tangina Hussein case in Detroit, Michigan, because it seems like I see the person that was in charge of Jada's well-being has been referred to as a babysitter, but it's actually the mom's cousin who was caring for her for several days because the mom was busy and she was scheduled to go back to her mom and a few days after she went missing. It's a 18-year-old female cousin, and it looks like she used the script verbatim as an explanation, as to what happened with Jada. It's just like exactly like what happened with Tangina. And that one's not very believable. It doesn't look like they believe this one, but she says that she went into the convenience store for a gallon of milk. She came out and Jada was gone. Now, a couple things with that. I mean, we talked about it in the Tangina Hussein situation about possibly surveillance cameras on that lot. Depending on where in the lot she parked, and those convenience stores, in a lot of cases, there's gas pumps there too, and there's surveillance cameras on those to catch the people that don't pay. The other thing is you go to a convenience store and it's like a wall of glass, all the windows. So you can kind of see what's going on.
Hmm.
But she left her in an unlocked car, she claims, and that she was in her car seat when she came out. Jada was gone. The car seat was still there. They took her into custody and they charged her with neglect of a dependent. So it doesn't seem like they believe her. What
So
actually
she was in the
happened,
she was strapped
we
in the
don't
car
know.
seat. Do we know? I mean, buckled in the car seat. So somebody had to open the door, unbuckle the kid, take the kid out, and no one's seen what happened
Apparently so.
at a convenience
Although,
store.
like you said, car door unlocked. I
Well,
mean, it's not ever okay to leave a kid
no, it's not. Of
in
course not.
a car
But
by themselves, but
it does happen though.
if someone absolutely had to do that, I would think they could at least lock the door,
Hmm.
and maybe park it up front in front of the building and never take their eyes off that vehicle.
So
You know what I
for
mean?
a fact, some surveillance cameras in the store would have to prove that she was there. So that probably backed her up.
Like,
And maybe there's no
just like
surveillance outside.
Tangina case.
Right. Um, so
Yeah, they have the person on surveillance in the Tangina case too, being inside the door and when they came in, when they went out that door and everything. But, as
okay.
far as proving that Tangina was in that vehicle and abducted out of it, there's no proof of that. Same with thing here with Jada.
Okay. Looking at, I'm going to cover the dream drawings in a second, but I definitely don't think she's telling the truth. I think that she probably knew that there was a camera in the convenience store, maybe knew that there wasn't outside to get herself an alibi, saying, "Hey, I went and bought some milk," and this, I bet you anything something like that happened. So I don't think that she's probably being very truthful at all. Um, that's just my own opinion, and then I'll bring up what I got from the dreams. You want anything else?
Not really. Like I said, I don't believe her. It wasn't believable in Tangina's case. It's not in this one.
Okay.
And I hope you put pressure on her and find out where Jada is. This is
It must
ridiculous.
be really is maybe the detective or something, interviewing her, interrogating her. You know something, but you don't want to tell her for fear that maybe it would put the child in danger. So you have to be really careful with the questions and how you go about interrogating her too. Um, but she probably definitely was in the store and went and bought some milk, because the police would have said no, you weren't, because here's the date, here's timestamp, you were never in the store. Almost every convenience store I know of has something, at least in the cash register and on the door, usually next to the, how tall are you thing on the way out. Um,
Right. The whole how tall are you thing.
yeah,
Exactly. It's there for a good reason too.
yeah, and then like you said on the and anything to capture license plates if somebody tries to take some gas. And these stores they definitely have these cameras on now, especially if it did sell gas, because of the price of gas. Um, there's a lot of people that need gas, can't afford it, and will risk it to do that. So, anyways, I have three dream drawings. The first one says boxes. Police have Jada. Mother now knows. Um, and the second one says fire, EBT card, house, look at back. And I think when it says look at back, might be, behind something, um, maybe behind some house, whatever it's talking about. This is I don't have too much information. And the third one says internet site will show the truth. And then number 17.211.37, which I think could be an IP address, but it's missing some stuff. I did look on that. Um, internet site will show the truth. So I don't really have a location, but according to what I have, is the police already have her, and the mother apparently knows that the police have her or something like that. And I'm hoping that's the case. You just looked her up, right?
Yes.
Okay. So she's definitely still missing then. So let's hope that happens real soon. That's all I have. And if she's still missing in a day or so, let's again redo this one. Kevin, I have your notes. You want to read those?
Yes, Brian. This is for J Justice, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Brian?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I just got a phone call that somebody had died, and I was just kind of lost track there. So this is for J Justice?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm going to turn my volume up here. I didn't hear you. My meditation for Jada is dead. He killed her on accident, possible vehicular manslaughter. Male, maybe white, late 20s, drives a yellow car, lives on his own. Very scared now. Sean Dash Davis. My notes after the meditation: Jada could have been killed, accidentally killed by a man. His first name could be Sean or Davis, or his full name could be Sean Davis. This name may mean something else, and that's all I have.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Do you want to go? Do you have to go? Because
No,
I have your notes.
A neighbor apparently used to live across the street here. My mom knew him more than I did, and somebody just called to let us know that somebody in their family had passed away.
If you need to go do something, that's fine. I have your notes. I can read those. So
there's nothing I can do about it, Brian.
Okay.
She's at work, and I have to wait for her to get home.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Thanks, Kevin. Kevin's notes are posted. Every one of the case files that he does, I post his notes. All right. Let's move on now. These are the three cases that we covered 3 cases a night until we're actually caught up with the up until current. So this is case number 687, and this is for. Let me make sure the graphic goes up. This is for Corey Smith, Will Bleakley, and Marcus Cooper. The case was opened March 3rd, 2009. This is, I believe, is something to do with the missing NFL football players that were on a boat. And Deborah, you have the information for this case?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
There was actually 4 of them to begin with that went out on the boat.
Okay.
That would be the 3 that you have a case open for: Will Bleakley, Marcus Cooper, and Corey Smith. In addition, someone named Nick Schuyler was with them. On actually February 28th was the day that they were reported missing. On March 2nd, they rescued Nick Schuyler. They had found him on top of an engine or some other piece of debris. They went missing off the coast of Florida. This case was brought up, actually, the first that we heard of it was in the chat room. It was brought up by someone who was a new member at the time. That's blonde, and she had some other people that she was in chat with. So I believe Diane was someone that was in, looking at this case early on too, Diane from chat. They ended up, they looked for a few days, and then there were memorial services, for the missing voters and things like that. So this is that case of the missing football players. So if you want to share what you have. On this case.
Yeah, I know now. Looking at this, actually, we opened this case because of a possible dream drawing on March 1st that may have been related to this case. And that dream drawing says 9:36 a.m. 9 10 279 17623. He is alive. Go back to GPS core, which is probably GPS coordinates. 281-338-3134 +7 -2 rope yellow jacket. When I did look at that dream drawing, and decided it was probably related to this case, and I did write that. Said after reviewing this and comparing it to last night's DD, I do think there is a connection. So that's when I opened it as missing person case. So actually, the first and only request for this case was on posted on 3309. Let me read that right. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah. And that says, go back, GPS 281-33831. Wreck will land on Gulf Beach. Rope. He's still alive. Maybe that was referring to the person that was found, but he said he was found alive. So that's probably that. 2132. Glare was the poles. Look again. Pants, flotation, treasure, new. So basically, I think it's saying that. I think we covered this in the show too. Yeah, we did. That possibly a search rescue vehicle or aircraft flew by and just thought it was a reflection off the water, and it really wasn't. And then we did, it says, with the information from a reader, I believe the first DD was about this case. And although the numbers are not here, are not here this time, which means maybe we thought it was a GPS coordinates. That was it. I don't think it was. I still think the location of the boat is in the GPS grid in DD7. So this is from DD7277, which is what I'm talking about. And then it says grid coordinates 28133 83143 plus 7 minus 2. I'm not sure about the second numbers, and I think that was a grid coordinates, maybe close to the area. I don't think I didn't post that. I did find Treasure Island though, and I put a map of that up, and that's what it says. Also found a location where some of the poles of the boat may wash up. This was an area where the dream said that any wreckage may show up at Treasure Island. There's a Treasure Island, so I posted that. Deborah, I don't think any wreckage has shown up though, has it?
Not that I know of, no. They did find, floating debris quite a bit into the search. In all, one report I've seen here says that the Coast Guard searched 20,000 square miles for them.
Okay. There is a symbol. There's a symbol in the center, and that's a could be a death symbol, but I mean it's possible maybe that something somebody did rescue them and they weren't friendly for some reason, or they were somewhere else. I'm hoping that they're alive, but I mean I do know that it looks like they're deceased. So, and that's all. Nothing else is new on the case, other than what you just mentioned.
No, not that I know of, and there hasn't, there haven't been any recent posts in the forum or,
okay,
anything like that either. So.
All right, but definitely I think looking at this, that definitely this dream drawing was related to that event, and then this the follow up on that, the request is definitely related to that too. I'm looking at there's some pants there. I do know that you can use your pants for a flotation device, and that, to me, that's what I think that's drawing up there. Those pants up there. Anyways, this is case 687. Everybody's interested in it. If we want to redo this one, we can. Deborah, if we said we get a request or something, we can probably do that. That's all I got on this one.
Okay.
All right, Kevin, I have your notes. You want to read those?
Sure, Brian. This is probably the longest meditation I've ever done because I guess these three people may be related in the meditations. First one I did was for Corey Smith. In that meditation, I have dead, murder / accident, airplane, 223 Zulu Alpha, that's EA, Kevin Smith, backpack, 3 steps to get it or get something from within it. One or more people did not want it to happen this way. My notes after the meditation, Corey could be dead by way of a possible accidental death, which may have become a murder case. 223 Zulu Alpha could be something involving an airplane in this case. A backpack concerning 3 steps to get to it, or something that is inside it. One or more people may know more concerning Corey, and they may also be involved with his disappearance or death. Will Bleakley, the meditation for this case is dead, believes his death was accidental, tells me that a woman named Jacqueline knows $63 or $63 million. Could have been a plot, maybe. Tell them all that I love them. My notes after the meditation. In this med, I believe that I may have connected to Will's unconscious mind in order to communicate with him. No matter if the person is dead or alive, I am sometimes able to communicate in this way because the unconscious mind of a person always lives on in this world or onto the next one. A woman named Jacqueline sounds like Jack and then Quo and then Lynn, I have that written down, could be involved with this case somehow. 63 could be anything. For the first time in doing such meditations, a missing person case, who could be dead, this person, I believe, asked me to tell everyone involved with this case that he loves them all. This includes those who may have murdered him as well. The last one, Marcus Cooper, the meditation I did for him, is dead. Marcus was part of the plot, but was killed instead. He feels betrayed, knew that insurance would pay off. Jacqueline, probably the same person I discussed in the last meditation, was involved. 6397-8125. She's leaving the country for Europe, France maybe. Someone is on her trail. Get her, please. She will be caught. In my notes after the meditation, Marcus could be dead and may have been part of a plot to make money in some kind of an insurance scandal. This may have also involved a woman named Jacqueline who could have left the country for France. The numbers could mean anything, and that is all I have, Brian.
Thanks, Kevin. We'll work on this after the show. Deborah, it might be that we shouldn't assume everything about this case. Maybe there is something going on we just we don't suspect. You kind of know what I'm getting at, Deborah. Some people do
Right.
fake things.
Oh yes, I mean it does happen quite a bit. I'm sure that there's plenty of missing people listed that want to be missing, or it looks like they're missing and possibly some harm came to them, and they're truly not. They're living it up on a beach somewhere with a drink with an umbrella in it.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully that's true in this case. Okay, thank you, Kevin. Good work.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on. Our next case is case number 688. This is Marlene Torales. The case was opened March 3rd, 2009. Deborah, I know we think this case is related to several other ones. What information do we have from Marlene?
Marlene Torales has been missing since November 4th, 2008. She's 13 years old, date of birth December 11th, 1995. She turned actually 13 right after she went missing. Yes. She is a Hispanic female, 5 feet 4 inches tall. She weighs 100 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. She went missing last November from National City, California, and that location is pretty close to where Amber Dubois is missing from. And another case that is linked in with hers, you have them linked on your site and think they could be related, would be for Pebbles Jace.
Mm-hmm.
They even though they list Marlene as runaway, a 13-year-old
mm-hmm.
does not, I don't know that they really are runaways at that age. It does say that she could be in the company of an adult male. So what do you have on this case, Brian?
Thanks, Deborah. We actually had a lot of stuff. I do think this is definitely related to Amber's case, Amber DuBose, and Pebbles. I think we have a link to 712 too. Sandra Cantu. We find out that wasn't related, or what?
It doesn't look like it was. I mean,
okay.
We don't really know for sure.
Okay.
They had, they arrested someone, not long after they found Sandra's remains.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, Sandra was located deceased.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, how much you remember about that case.
Not too much, no.
Well, they had, arrested the person that they believed did this.
Okay. I know it now. Okay. Yeah.
And when Sandra was located, she was located in a irrigation pond or something like that inside of a suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that did it is someone that lived nearby and was actually a Sunday school teacher from,
mm-hmm.
or her, I think she was Sunday school teacher, and I think her grandpa was the preacher.
Okay.
Melissa Huckabee, I think her name is.
Okay.
In fact, when to talk more about her after Sandra was located, and her butt was wearing an orange jumpsuit like it deserved to be, and she's behind bars. Do you remember the Aji coverage getting canceled in order to air more
Oh
of
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah,
Should
that's the
I
case.
take this off? And then we thought maybe it was related. So it doesn't sound like it is. You want me to take it off, take the link off the case to that, or leave it up?
I don't know.
Let's
I don't know if we're
let's just.
sure it was or wasn't related.
Okay, I'll just leave it up for now. Anything else? Oh, I'm going to cover these. There's one, two. There's a few of them. Anything else?
No, I don't have anything
Okay.
else right now.
Um, First stream drawing says RV Romeo Victor 3 high back number 33 OTA red sign, and there's a drawing of that sign, and it does not look like it's English. I think we would discuss this. This definitely is similar to some areas in Tijuana that we're talking about. Juan Carlos MP3 Calskin, and then OTAV tunnel. There's a drawing of this guy right here. MP3 is probably like an MP3 player or something like that. Then we did a show on on March 3rd about this, and we did a show on March 9th about this. We did a show on March 30th about this. Then I did a redo per your request, Deborah, on April 2nd. And then what it says, there's two dream drawings here, and that says they have him. Children will no longer be taken from FLA, which I believe is an acronym. I don't know what it is. 162113 Villa Bos, landing strip, Mexico. And then here's the word Calais, which we talked about earlier. It means street, but it's coming up an awful lot in a lot of these cases. They were taken. The warehouse, number 7. And there's that word, chinchillo. What is that? CHINHULLA. That's the way it's spelled in the dream drawing. Remember that? Here it is again.
Right, that looks similar to the
Yes.
name of the hotel that is listed on
It's
the
also
Adelaide.
it's also a place too. 161963. It's not exactly spelled that way, but there's a place in Mexico, I think, too. 2 cases. She will escape. Deborah in folder in the number 19. I think that was referring to you, Deborah. There is a map of the area in Mexico that's kind of like spelled like that. But as Deborah just said, there is a hotel too. We have that in the case we did last night. Kevin, I have your notes. So the map's up there. I definitely think this is definitely human trafficking, and it's probably related to a few other cases that we have. If somebody goes to that hotel we looked at last night, and possibly that's the person there, maybe may unlock a door to bring a lot of people home. When I say a lot, we're linking. We've looked maybe 15 or 16 cases. I think we've done have something to do with human trafficking to Mexico, including Jesse Foster, including a lot of other people. But it's a whole nother show. Kevin, I have your notes. You want to read those?
Sure, Brian. For Marlene, I have in my meditation, dead, a runaway, and or possibly murdered. He took her and tortured her to death, cross around his neck in his home basement, where has and or will do this again and again. In parentheses, kill people, women mostly. St. John nearby, on 5th Street, 4-door fast car like a Camaro or something else, comma, 7 Bravo 26. A or Alfred, Michigan. And my notes after the meditation, Marlene could have been murdered by a man with a cross around his neck. This man may have killed or will be killing more people, mostly women, in the basement of his home. Something named St. John and 5th Street could be nearby this same man's home. He could drive a fast car of some kind. And by the way, I just now realized that I don't think there's such thing as a 4-door Camaro. So I don't know what kind of car this could be. 7 Bravo 26 may have something to do with the same car. A or Alfred and Michigan could be anything involving this particular case, and that is all I have.
All right. Thanks, Kevin. Uh, and you got your notes after meditation? Did you already read those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. You read that
I
first.
just read them.
Okay. Well, I hope that's not true. I think one of these cases it did have something to do with some type of sick person that was taking people. I'm gonna. Deborah, do you remember that what case that was that I worked on? And it was a basement, but I don't even think that was in the United States. I don't know. I'll have to look at that. Anyways, thanks, Kevin. Deborah, anything else for this case?
Okay.
No, I don't have anything else for that case.
Okay. This will be the last case of the night. This is case number 689. This is for Jack Berry. Let me get his picture up there. The case was opened on January 25th of '09. This is actually from Gail St. John's case that I helped her to work with. That's why it's dated a little bit early. This actually comes from the teamwork case, where I try to get other people to assist in searching for people. Unfortunately, so far, the only person that's really stuck with it is Gail St. John. It's really sad to say that, but it's true. Anyways, what information do we have for Jack?
Jack Berry Jr., his case is one that actually Gail and I believe Reggie Travis were out in Terre Haute, Indiana, looking for him.
Okay, hold on. I think
February?
It was Gail. I think it was Gail St. John, Reginald Lewis, Travis Sanders, Dalton Crop, right?
Right.
Wasn't Larry Crop, Dalton's father?
Yes.
Wyatt Locke.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's they all went out there to search. Okay, go ahead.
Correct. What I have here, from the information that's out there and from what law enforcement says and from actual evidence collected, sadly, it really looks like Jack Berry Jr. is deceased. Jack went missing in December, this past December. Authorities say that he was murdered, and they arrested someone. Actually, March 6th, I think they arrested someone. His name is Brett England, 23 years old, from Terre Haute, Indiana. Mm-hmm. They've charged him with Jack Berry Jr.'s murder. They looked all over after Jack went missing. Police were searching back in December, and they found his vehicle abandoned by the Wabash River, and they found evidence in Brent England's vehicle that led to arresting him. They found blood evidence in the trunk of the vehicle. They confirmed that the blood was actually the DNA of Jack Berry Jr. And let's see what else. Jack's family says that he was on his way to get guns from a friend's home when he went missing. A few days after that is when they found his car abandoned. So that's what I have for Jack Berry Jr.
All right, thank you, Kevin. I'm looking at your email. Did you get a chance to do this case?
No, I didn't receive any information on it, but now that I've just heard about it, I've marked it in my notes to do a meditation.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, this is also posted as a teamwork case. I have a link to that on case 689. The dream drawings from January 25th, 09 say, first one says 10:47 p.m. 17th. Jack was shot with his own gun. And that shot is definitely not spelled like that. At 10:47, and then bricks. I think that's drawing of some type of bricks. I know we've probably done a show on this too, probably several shows. It says light is cold, not warm. Two men, 39, 41, possibly 29 or 39 years old and 31 years old. Red hat, hunter, wide burn barrel, the number 7, and then look. There's a drawing of this person right here. There's a burn barrel there. Unfortunately, that light does mean death, I think, but it says light is cold. That's a little odd because most every time it's not. It's definitely not cold. It's a wonderful feeling. It's better than a lot. I don't know. It's something that I usually get with when I usually like die in my dreams and stuff like that, and that's what that comes from. Um, the next one says 13th Street North in town. Go west off Boston. Railroad tracks are working, meaning probably there's trains going on the tracks. Same place where Tim was fined for dumping trash. And then something from, and this is another one, I think January 24th. This one says, dog will find body on President's Day by accident. Follow drive west. Was expecting this to happen. No fear. And then it says, I do not think that Jack is alive. I think he was murdered by two men. One of them knows him. The DD says 13th Street in town, and there is a Boston. He went missing from Terre Haute, Indiana, and I was able to find on Google Earth this map. There is a map on Google Earth, and there's a location on Google Earth where I think that his body can be found. It's pretty specific. That's the elevation. It's probably no bigger than 30 or 40 foot radius in blue. Now I do know that when Gail and her team went there, they think they searched the area, but they didn't find anything. So that's all I really know on that. I do know that Wyatt Locke and his search team said that they were going back to Indiana. I think they had a falling out without Gail and everybody, and then Dalton Crop was leading the way along with Larry. When did they? This was a few months ago. They said they were leaving in a couple weeks. Deborah, when did they go? When did they go back out there?
To my knowledge, they haven't been out searching in the field for Jack, nor anyone else. And that's, from what I've heard. I haven't heard anything that they have. Okay. So.
All right. Well, if they did go out, I guess we don't know about it. So, anyways, that's there. I think that Gail does have plans on going back out there. I don't know the exact date. She's going down to, like I said, to Florida this Wednesday. How far of it is? I don't think this area. How far is this from her? 3 or 4. I think it was a 4 or 5 hour drive. Yeah, 4 or 5 hour. I think she drove there last time, right?
Yeah, I think it might be more than 4 or 5 hours. I think it could be 6 or 8. It's really not that bad of a trip, though. It's not that far. Okay. When the last broadcast I saw, I think that was Larry. I think is that Larry Kropp? Same last name. I believe so. Okay. Where do they live? Don't they live right next to this? They live in Illinois. And from what I had heard, they live quite close. I think it's like somewhere around an hour, give or take. Okay. So, well, maybe they went out there and they're keeping. And they talked about going back quite a bit, and that didn't happen either that I know of. If they did, we'd love to hear about it. Okay. And hopefully, if they can find Jack Berry Jr. Right. If anybody has anything, please let us know. We will post it. As far as that case, that's all I know. I do know that Gail said she's going back. When she says she's going back, she always does. It's just, I don't know the exact date. Anything else? I think we've covered all the cases tonight. Yes, we have. Okay, let me close that out. So, hold on a second. I thought I hit the wrong button for a second. I didn't. Okay. Let me get his little picture right there. All right, Deborah, your turn. Okay, this would be for Aji. No. No, I'm just kidding. Of course it is. Go ahead. Okay. Aji Desir has been missing since January 10th of this year. We're going to come up on 6 months pretty soon here. He's missing from Bleakley, Florida, missing from the farm workers village there. And his language that he understands is Haitian Creole. He understands things well, but he doesn't speak more than just a few words. 6 years old, but he functions at approximately age 2. So this little guy really needs help. No one can help him, first of all, if they don't know he's missing. And second of all, he can't tell people that he needs help because he really doesn't speak much. So we need everyone to help get his photo out there and the word that he is missing. And we could also use the help of people such as Nancy Grace in national media, maybe Oprah. We could also use some more stories by the local media to keep it alive down in Florida. And if they could do some stories on Aji, that would be wonderful. He doesn't get enough attention, in my opinion. But, sometimes, when I look at missing persons cases, I realize that even though he's gotten just a little tiny bit of attention, he's gotten more than some have gotten. So, it's just really hard to see that, these people, especially when they're helpless, and Aji's family is pretty much helpless to find him. They can't, speak the English language very well. So, they need, help with trying to locate Aji. And I don't know, I would love to see like social workers or someone helping them, facilitate a search for Aji. But anyway, anyone who wants to learn more about Aji and spread the word and help out in the search for Aji, please visit findaji.com. There's lots of links there. And if you have any information, please post it there. And thank you in advance.
Yeah, thank you, Deborah. And that's, once again, it's findaji.com. I did another search. I just did another Google News search. And, guess what the latest news article is for Aji Desir? Guess when that was.
Has there been anything since he was mentioned as being one of 20 or 21 missing people from the Florida area?
No.
Okay.
It's really the latest article is psychic comes to search for Aji Desir. That's the latest article, national article that's been out. That's it. How long ago was that?
April.
I'm just double checking.
Gail was there in April. Third week of April, I think, or the fourth week.
I'm looking right now. All dates, past week, past month, October. Yeah, there's nothing. Okay, let's try to change that. I mean, if you guys notice, we've been trying everything we can do to try to change that. It may be funny or something like that. We're trying to bring awareness to this case. If there's something I need to do to promote this case, let me know. I don't care what it takes. I'll do it. Okay? As long as I'll do it. Okay? You already seen me in the past, so I'm capable of doing a lot. So if you want me to do something to get attention to this case, I'll do it. That's how important it is to us. Okay? Anyways, we will see you tomorrow. Deborah is going on vacation for a couple days, right, Deborah?
Yes, I am.
Okay. When you come back,
Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay, when you come back, your replacement will be here, so don't bother.
Okay, great. Thanks.
You're welcome. Well, anyways, this is our 97th show, I think, and we're still horrible, but we're getting better. We're going to have our 100th show, and I wanted to do it make sure that Deborah was here. It should be a surprise, a treat for you guys. Or not. It could be really boring like all our other shows. But so what we're going to do tomorrow night is we're going to do 2 shows. So 98, 99. And then we'll do our 100th show probably not until Sunday when Deborah gets back. So we'll still doing our 5 shows a week. So but no, hold on, we're gonna do it Wednesday, right? What are we doing, Deborah?
I was looking at the numbers a little differently.
Yeah,
here.
I guess so. Okay, so
yeah,
98.
This is actually showing 98, so 99 would be tomorrow, and
okay, and then 100. You're gonna be here Wednesday, right?
Tomorrow.
Will you be here Wednesday?
No, I will not.
Oh, you are so fired again. Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll do 2 shows tomorrow, and then on the next night, I'll still do a show. It won't be about missing persons. I'll stay here and do something retarded like I normally do. Okay. You don't know what it'll be this time, but you'll have to tune in. It'll be something pretty wild. I'm gonna crack this peanut here on my forehead, Deborah. I'm not really a comedian, guys, but we do it. We'll do something, okay? But either way, we will have a show tomorrow night. We will be doing 2 shows. We're going to do that, Deborah?
That's fine, yes.
Or it doesn't make any sense now since our plans no longer...
Well,
don't.
that's what I thought you were talking about the entire all along.
Yeah, but there's no way. It's not gonna work anyways because this is show number. Show
This
number.
is show number 98. Yes, and I knew that
Okay,
all along.
then we're cool. We're gonna do 2 shows tomorrow, the 98 and 100. So tune in tomorrow, and then when Deborah's gone, we'll do something anyways. I don't know what. Okay, how's that sound? So tomorrow from 9 to 11. And nothing. My mom and dad are gonna be here this weekend too. Okay, we're cool. Not that anybody's watching it this late, anyways. But okay, good night, guys. Thanks again, Kevin.
You're welcome, Ryan.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, -4 or 5 GMT. I'm not sure what it is right now. And that's on RyanStreams.com/TV. Good night.